Hey guys, so this evening I have to get our lorry started up and tested because we are installing some thermoplastic line markings next week, and I just want to make sure that everything's running okay because we don't do an awful lot of thermo. So the lorry sits here for a little while sometimes, not going out every day. It could wait a week or two, and it's just nice to get everything ticking over. This is it, by the way. So I know some of you, certainly here in the UK, thermoplastic is really popular, but in the rest of, say, North America, probably not so much. What I want to do though, let's just jump in, start her up, check everything works. Let's do it. All right, let's have a quick look around. So we've got beacons on the side to check, for example, just up the top, along the back, there's some lighting inside. Then we've got the side lights, we've got to check everything's on and working. So you can see she's had a little bit of a hard life, this truck. Certainly been put through her paces, but she gets a much easier life with us. Compressor on the back, this is for using hot compressed air, so you've got the gas bottles linked up to it. You can use it for drying systems, or you can use it for line removal, for example, as well. So we run ours off of propane bottles at the back, connects up to our hot compressed air system. We've got a donkey engine that currently runs the twin 40 gallons. Now I would really like to bin that off, chuck it out, put a PTO on, change these to diesel powered, and we can just run these all day on diesel, which is so much easier to fill up than having to go back and fill up with propane, etc. But you know, it's just more money, more expensive. If it's not used day in, day out, I kind of think we could probably do a little while before we have to really change it. The other thing we've got at the back, you'll see here, this is a disabled lift. Now what we're going to do is probably take the compressor out, put a small compressor in, and then fit this on the side, which I mean we can then lower and hire, let's say, a line marking machine on in case we're doing any of the spray application while we're on site, because sometimes there's a bit of a mix. You might use thermo and spray, or you might be applying a tack coat or a primer, something like that if you're on concrete. So, you know, there's things you might want to do. For this system we've got set up here, we just use a small donkey engine. This runs the hydraulic pump. The pump just gives us forward and backward to turn the paddles inside. Now this is going to be full of water. Yep, it is. But this is where we drop our thermoplastic into. We don't chuck our bags in, we always pull the bags out. So we end up with a collection of bags at the end of the shift we have to bin off, but that's fine. Same on this side here. So this one's just our yellow side. Nice and easy. God, you can see this is, it's had a bit of a life. And as she's sat out here under, you know, without any cover, we end up getting water and we then have to pump it out, which is a real pain. What I need to do is, well, really, I need to replace these and put diesel-powered ones with the PTO in, but you know, you get the idea. It needs to be kept indoors. Make sure these aren't on. Last thing we want to do is turn them straight on. To be fair, they won't do anything because it's solid, but you know what it's like. Hand molds so that we can do a bit of thermo with these. We've also used MMA. So this one here, you can see on the last job, we were using a cold applied MMA. We were still out in the truck, so you've got these little crystallized bits on here. This is the glass bead. And then all you want to use, we've got a couple of buckets, pouring jugs, etc. And at the back you've got access to the boilers. We use a chute that comes off of these, so the pram sits underneath. You've got a little bolt you can pull out just under here. Pull the bolt, pull the pram out, and then you have a chute that connects onto here, and this runs the thermoplastic down, drops it into the pram for us. The last thing you've got is just to heat up these. You've got a hot box, and then we've also got a small little blowtorchy style thing. I mean, she needs a bit of paint on her because, let's be honest, she has had a bit of a life before we got her, and you know, she does have it a bit easier. We need to give her a paint job and a few little bits and pieces, tidy her up, but good old truck, to be fair. This one actually came to me from my friend Richard. He runs another line marking company. Let me just turn the engine off. My friend Richard runs East Anglian road markings and Camline, and he actually gave her to me a year ago, I would say. She doesn't see a great deal of use, like I said, but I certainly like her, and you know, I'm happy. What I am going to do though is, like I say, a little bit of a tidy up job on the paintwork, because she's a little bit tatty, and I think, you know, she's a good arm, but she needs to look good still. Everyone wants to feel good, right? Anyway, that's pretty much it for this one. I'm happy it's running. Just got to check the gas lines, make sure everything fires up, but I don't need it running for that. I just want to literally make sure the gas runs through. And I think that's it. The donkey engine runs the paddles on the back. So again, I don't need the engine running for that one. Nice and easy just to run this part up separately, but I'm not going to bother doing that in this video. Instead, I found it'd be too boring. I will see you guys in the next video.